Well, hello everyone. Happy New Year is here. The year 2026 is happening. Just want to say Happy New Year to everyone out there who is celebrating. And hopefully everyone had a beautiful New Year, whatever you did out there. That is your choice. But everyone's safe, everyone's back. And, I just want to say from the Divine Love Soul podcast and myself, just wishing everyone all the best of luck in the new year. Hopefully, all your intentions and resolutions have been set. And hopefully, you wrote everything down and you can start holding yourself accountable for all of those intentions and everything that you set. That being said, everyone, welcome back to the Divine Lux Soul. My name is Al. I'm your guide today on this episode. So, this episode is actually been incepted and born out of my own personal life. Instead of going out to get drunk, like I usually used to do back in the past, I decided to chill at home, at a neighbor's house. I could say a friend now. And when I was over at her house, I had to cycle back because couldn't get an Uber that night, but I decided that night when I was riding back to my apartment that I should start a 3-day fast. So as I'm talking to you right now, guys, I am on day 3 of a cleanse, of a fast. And the reason why I did that is because I wanted to do something and start my own tradition of the new year instead of doing the black eyed peas and ham hock and all cabbage and all that other stuff that they taught us to do. I was just like, I'm not going to do that. That's I was going to say, it's my channel, witchcraft in my opinion. Now, everyone doesn't have to agree with that, but a lot of stuff has been passed down through the generations that people don't question. And for me, it just didn't sit well with me. I'm like, I'd rather do a cleanse. I'd rather make my body lighter and then make myself lighter mentally all at the same time. So again, this is fast day 3 of a water fast. I've been drinking water, seltzer water. I've been having a lot of tea. I have broth. I'm going to show that in a little bit. So I just want to let you guys know what a fast looks like after 3 days. And I'm just going to caveat this to everyone. This is also to show everyone that you don't have to have a bloated industrial body. You don't have to have an inflamed body. You can actually change your body with small steps. And I'm going to do it. I know if I don't do it, it's not going to happen. So just to show you guys what a 3-day fast looks like, we are going to take off the shirt. So this is a 3-day fast. As you can see, everyone, yeah, when I'm out, I'm out. There's not much going on. This is a 3-day fast. That's what it looks like. Yep. There we go. Yeah. So that is a 3-day fast, everyone. And again, why am I showing you my body? Only because people are visual creatures, and I can talk to you, all of you, until I'm blue in the face, but showing you what a nomadic body looks like is probably better than me telling you, because in my last episode I did talk about an industrial body compared to a nomadic body, and I got to find a picture in my next episode to show you guys. But what I just showed everyone, again, this is what a nomadic body looks like. Yeah, was there a little bit of belly fat down there? Yes. Could I tighten up a little bit more? I could. But then I would be down to 10 or 12, percent body fat. And, if we're talking about nomadic ancestral survival, having a little belly fat is still actually really good because you can go a few more weeks and you'll be all right. But again, guys, this is just reimagining the body and getting back to what the technology is. Our technology is still a nomadic body. It's not this big, bloated, industrial one. And I'm going to say this to everyone. I'm 46. Let's just go ahead and call it. I'll be 46 on the 9th. And in the industrial world of America, at 46, I'm supposed to have a pot belly that's extending way out beyond my hips. I'm supposed to be on a ton of medications. I'm supposed to be, immobile and stiff and da 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 da. And the reason why I'm showing you this is because, guys, with some intention and with a little bit of love, can you start to reshape your own entire body? And this is me taking control of my body, getting back in touch with my nomadic roots, and eating more of a nomadic style of food, meaning I don't eat dairy anymore, or animal product dairy anymore. After this, after today, I'll probably start a more pescatarian diet, which is more fish based, and also vegetarian. Eventually, I think I want to go into vegetarianism. But what else don't I eat? I don't eat a lot of refined breads. That doesn't happen. If I do eat bread or any type of refinement, it's like a really thin phyllo bread or some type of a spinach wrap. I'll eat those, or potatoes, something a little bit more where it takes my body a while to break it down. So that's just showing you guys, when you start to change your diet, your body is naturally going to start going back into its nomadic technology, which is what we all have. But like I just mentioned, we've just gotten into the mindset, especially here in America, that as an adult, this is what you do. You eat, you go to work. You eat and go to work. You eat and go to work, and you don't move. Well, guys, I'm here to tell you, snap out of that teaching. All that teaching started way back in the 1900s, 1920s, especially when industrialization here in corporate America began to expand, and the 8-hour workday was incepted, and work 5 days a week, have 2 days off. Guys, I'm here to tell you, that is not how our technology is built. Our bodies are still back in the times of Noah, after the flood, before the flood. Our ancestors like to move. And this is just reminding everyone that it's time to move the body. And also, everyone, I want to say this too. The 3-day fast for me, not only is it changing my fat body mass around my belly and other places in the body, it also gave me a lot of mental clarity, and it gave me time to set my intentions clearly. It gave me time to be still with myself clearly, and it gave me time to work on different projects. And I want to say this to everyone: when you start to give the body, or you start to give the stomach a break, does your mind start to clear up, and does your mind start to bring things back into the forward fold, to where you start doing projects and your body is not always fixated on digesting and figuring out where the next meal is? You can take control of the mind, let the brain send chemicals down to the stomach to shut off the hunger pains, and then tell it to start finding different energy vessels, different energy fats surrounding it, and pull that in. But we're going to talk about how that goes down. So that is why I wanted to, not only, like I said, show my own torso, show my own body to everyone, but you can start to just learn how to reimagine yourself. And like I said, guys, I think in the last episode we talked about how reimagining your body and what it looks like for you. Yeah, we're going to call it 9 on the clock as I was saying that. So yeah, guys, try to reimagine what that looks like for you. I'm down to my reimagined body. We'll see how far I can take it. But other than that, let's move on. The nomadic body is what I just showed you guys. Well, in my opinion, was going to call it the nomadic body. What does that mean? You have some fat on you. You're still mobile. You have a good steady walk. You can move around very well. That is a nomadic body. And like I said, guys, nomadic bodies don't have a lot of extra weight on them. Industrialized bodies, you are carrying around an extra person, let's just say that. So think about that as we're talking about this today, everyone. That if I was, let's say, had an industrial sized body, I would probably be in the back of the nomadic line, or the nomadic caravan moving across the lands. But if I was someone who was looking like me or a little more leaner than me, we'll probably be ahead of the group, wandering further forward until everyone is safe in the back. So what do I mean by that analogy, everyone? It just means that when you're carrying an extra person on your load, your joints don't like it. They start to hurt. They start to break down. So again, guys, try to evolve your technology and put it back in time and help it to remember a more nomadic way of life, which means you're getting sun, you're getting exercise, you're getting water, you're grounding, you're being out in nature. That is what our vessel loves because it was made of this earth. So when you start getting back out there in nature, everyone, does your body start to rebound? Does it start to remember the technology that's inside of it? And it will automatically start to lose weight. So those of you who are looking to lose weight, I highly recommend a 3-day fast, and that will be a good way to jumpstart losing body mass. Let's just say that fat body mass. And I guess this is also like a journal for the listeners out there. What did 3-day fasting give me? It gave me mental clarity, meaning I started to meditate. Some of you may have noticed out there, I was not on social media a lot that first day. I was meditating at home. I was praying at home. I was using an hour or two just to be in stillness. I was lying down. So with all that, putting it all together, did the spiritual downloads start? Did the messages start again? Did the vivid dreams, become more vivid and more real to me as I was on this cleanse? And I also want to say this to everyone. For those of you who are following a spiritual leader out there, I don't care what religion they're a part of, or someone who may not be a part of religion, but they're out there teaching spirituality. If they don't have somewhat of a nomadic body, you probably shouldn't follow them. Why? Because, guys, when you are living a sensible life, you are living a nomadic life, you're not going overboard into the pleasure principle, meaning you're not overindulging yourself in food, you're not overindulging yourself in drinking, you're not overindulging yourself in all the human stuff of this 3D realm to make yourself more gluttonous and bigger. But like I said, guys, if you see someone who's a little more nomadic in their frame, that's someone who's fasting. That's someone who's praying. That's, in my opinion, that's someone who's speaking to the spiritual leaders, getting downloads and pure messages. So once again, guys, start checking out someone's physical form, especially those spiritual leaders who are allegedly guiding you out there these days, everyone. Again, if they have an industrial-sized body, you got to start rethinking their own spiritual practices and start rethinking yours. Maybe with rethinking about how your spiritual practices are. Are you practicing fasting? Fasting is actually not only a physical thing, guys, it's also a spiritual thing. The physical part is, yes, going to make your body, more nomadic and more mobile and robust and younger, but you also have the third eye, the crown chakra. It just comes online because, like I said, guys, your brain has time to stop worrying about digesting, and it can finally connect to the astral. And I'm going to say this to everyone. Speaking of the physical part, my own experience with the physical part is, and I've never felt this before, I was about 16 hours, 18 hours into my first day, my first day of fasting, and I didn't really notice it until I was watching a movie. And right in the middle of the movie, it's like this vision shift happened, and I'm like, okay, what is that? And then just in that instant, it's just like this battery just came on, like the old battery shut off. Let's say the food battery shut off, and then my body's own uh, battery finally came on, and then I had like a spark of energy, and I paused the movie, and I just started to get back into meditation and prayer. And during that meditative prayer, did I understand what my body was doing? It was purely running off of its own energy for once, meaning the some of the fat cells in my body that are existing started to move into ketosis. If you guys don't know what ketosis is where the body starts going back into the visceral fat levels, the lipid fat cells in our bodies, and starts converting that energy back into glucose, sucrose, putting into, like I said, a energy into the muscles. Once the muscles start burning off the extra stored energy, does it start getting released into the body, into the pancreas, into the liver, through the kidneys, and then you know pee it out, or sorry, urine out, or you have a bowel movement. So again, guys, there's a deeper process to all of this and how this goes down, and hopefully that's a good explanation of how on the cellular level does your body start operating on its own energy. And that hopefully explains to all of you who are curious about fasting, that is initially what you're going to feel. You're finally going to feel clarity in an instance. You're going to feel energy in an instance, and it's your own body's battery that is fully on for once, and you're not using food, or you're not using this food as a 3D realm to find your energy. You're using your own body's energy. And like I said, guys, in my last episode, when you start burning off those old fat cells, you start burning off old cells, old possible cancer cells, old inflammation that your body had. All of that is coming back into the cells. Your immune system is a very smart, conscious thing, and it recognizes all that. And again, guys, it will filter it through the body, kick it out the body, and then now it's gone. So again, guys, that's another benefit of fasting that I feel comes about during a fasting experience. And also, like I said, with day one, that is what I felt. Now, yesterday, I wanted to push all limitations, and that was my intention yesterday. And I wanted to see if I could still work out on let's say, go into a 30-hour fast. And I did. I went to the gym, I biked to the gym, I did a full workout. Well, it wasn't as intense because I was trying to still keep the body, what's it called? In a good state. I didn't want to raise my heart rate too high, let's just say that. And then I wanted to keep my hand and eye coordination very sharp. So I was just taking the movements very slow. I was doing slower up and down because I had bicep tricep day. And then I biked home. Now I came home and I had some bone broth. This is actually a good one. This is called Kellyanne, Dr. Kellyanne. That was a good bone broth. It probably took me out of ketosis only because I did work out, but I felt a little depleted, so I needed something to bring my body back, and it brought me right back. And then I also found these at Costco, the bare bones. That's another one that can give you a boost and also give you some protein while you're fasting. So all the guys and girls working out there, if you want to stay in your fast, you can still technically be in a water fast, but you can still give your body like 10 grams of protein, 16 grams of protein, and you can still work out and do whatever you need to do on a fast. And that was just another, tool to use while you're fasting out there, everyone. So that's what I talk about, the ketosis. Ketosis, like I said, is just bringing all that energy that's just sitting around your body, and your body pre-processes it kicks it out your system, and then you start to lose the weight. And also want to say this to everyone, the brain starts to speak to the organs, meaning your stomach will growl. And I'm going to say this too, with my personal experience with it is when my stomach started to growl around hour 18, it was music to my ears. Why? Because my stomach is saying to the brain, I need food. And then just in that instant, my brain told my stomach, okay, you don't need the food. Start looking around in the body and find the energy. And it did. The growl just went away in like seconds. So again, guys, this is more mental. Fasting is more mental than people teach it. It's just not all the physicalness. It's really a mental practice that comes from you. So when you're mentally strong, everyone, do you start talking to your organs? You start talking to your body, and then once you do that, the brain just takes over from there. Your pancreas starts to come back online. Your liver starts to do its house cleaning. Your kidneys start to do its own house cleaning. Your gallbladder wakes up. So once again, guys, when you don't have food in your body, do the other organs start to say, oh, we like this? Can't believe they're finally doing this. And then, like I said, guys, everyone gets to work and then starts working to clean your body on your behalf. And like I said, you guys can still continue on your day and do your own thing. I'm going to say this to everyone. Because we are in a modern world, we readily have water available. What does that mean? We are not in the wild or in the nomadic pastures and homelands. We have water readily available, meaning you can drink water. I highly recommend drinking a lot of water during this time frame. I drink from Brita filters from my tap. If you guys are drinking bottled water, that's great. Just make sure you recycle. Do not just throw the things away, guys. You have to be more responsible with your plastic waste. I drink a lot of tea. As you saw, I'm drinking one now. I drink my mushroom coffee to stay on point. While I was fasting, again, I took this. Let me see if you guys see it this time. Maybe not. I don't know. There it is. Zuma. This is a Paracleanse. And then this is the Zuma fluvic acid and trace ocean minerals, meaning this. So we show it for you guys. I don't know. Work for me. Yeah, fluvic acid. This not only restores minerals in the body while you are fasting, but it also is a mineral that restores your kidney function, and then it's also a acid that, let's say, filters out all the parasites like their larvae, the eggs, whatever is in there, it's going to start washing it out of your body. So if you guys are doing a fast, I would highly suggest doing a parasitic cleanse and then follow it up with that fluvic acid. So it just washes everything out. And you have a clear, clean stomach from your esophagus down to your rectum in the back. And then my other supplements I was taking, like I said, guys, this is a modern way to fast. There's so many different things available that at our usage, we might as well use it. I like these elderberry products from Mary Ruth. So while I was drinking my water to flavor it, this was a great thing to do. And then also I used it a lot in my seltzer water. I'm going to say this to everyone. I did talk about sodas in my last episode. Seltzer water, carbonated water is totally fine on a fast. It actually curbs the appetite because of the bubbles and gas. But if you are drinking that for your fast, please make sure it's plain. Do not have any flavors in it, everyone. It must be plain carbonated water. I like Topo Chico. I picked those up from Costco because they're the bigger ones from Mexico. Pellegrino, that is from Italia. That's another one to use. Perrier for those who have high blood pressure. That's a very low one, a low sodium one. So again, guys, this is a smarter way to go about fasting if you're thinking about doing it. And then I also like these Ionic. Let's see, another one from Mary Ruth. Ionic Zinc. That was a good way to keep my cellular level within my fast, within my body on point, keep the cells hydrated, and also again another tool to start flushing out and restarting those neuroconnective what's it called energies within inside the body. What else did I take? Yeah, I showed you guys the bone broth. And yesterday I just started doing liquid vitamins again. Again, guys, when you're on a fast and you want to stay in your fast, do liquid vitamins. Mary Ruth, I'm a firm believer in what she produces out there. So if you guys don't know about Mary Ruth, it's maryruthorganics.com. Type that in. Anything, any element you are dealing with, she has it. And the reason why I like her liquid vitamins is because when we're talking about lipid, we're talking about the cellular level. We're talking about the mitochondria. When you guys are taking like a vitamin supplement that is lipid, protein, what's it called, molecular structure already, when you have that on an empty stomach, that nutrition goes immediately into that cell. There's no stop, caution, the body's got to think about it. No, the body recognizes what it is. It says, oh, I can use this, and it goes right into your cells. So if you guys are also on fasting curiosity, I would highly suggest using vitamins while you're on a fast. Let's see what else I can say about fasting. Yeah, I think that's all I'm going to say about fasting, everyone. I'll say this too. If you're not used to not eating for a while, start small, meaning pick a day. Hopefully this month, January is still a great time to start new habits. Stop eating around, let's say, 7 or 8 o'clock one evening, and then you go to, let's say, 9, 10 a.m. the next day. That should give you a good window to see how you feel when you first get up in the morning. And always when you get up in the morning, everyone, I highly suggest drinking water or tea. Coffees are good too. Just make sure it's a small amount of coffee because you can kick your body into high cortisol levels, meaning it can host a whole bunch of things that shouldn't be happening in your body. But if you are going to do coffee, make sure it's like a smaller cup. Don't do a big cup. And when you're drinking coffee, guys, I meant to say this too. Do not order a frappuccino. Do not order a cappuccino. Do not order an espresso. I mean, you can order espresso. That's fine. Do not order any of that other stuff that they do these days. Make sure it's black. I highly recommend mushroom coffees if you are going to switch to a non-coffee bean. And there's so many out there these days. I drink either, what do I drink? Doze is a good one. I like Doze. It's a hybrid mushroom, so it has a little bit of coffee, a little bit of mushroom in there. You can do what is it? Full-on mushroom coffee, which is Rise. I take that too. That's a good one too. But again, guys, there's so many different things out there that you can use for coffee these days, or coffee substitutes. And then if you do feel comfortable enough with 9, 10 o'clock, try it again the next day. Maybe you stop eating again at 7 and you take it to 12. If you feel comfortable with that, try another day where you stop eating at 7 and see if you can go till 7, and then see if you can go another 24 hours. And just explore with your fasting, guys. And like I said, it doesn't have to be all at one time. You can do back-to-back days, or like I said, you can just start it, journal it, write down the times, write down how you felt, and then you can start building it from there. Because like I said, guys, when you start to just do this, let's say every day, your body's eventually going to get used to it. So I highly recommend doing that. And so I would say, for me, I've been fasting for about a year intermittently. meaning that I could easily do this 3-day fast without a problem. So again, guys, this is just proof that with practice, practice, does your body start to come back online? Do you start to come back online, and do you start to lighten the load? Let's just say that. And not only do you lighten the load in the body, you lighten the mind. So that is what I wanted to say about that. So anyway, guys, thanks for listening. If you are fasting or curious about it, you can always chat with me. I'm glad to share more of the products I have. I will gladly share any information that I have. I feel the best teacher is experience. So everything on this podcast, everyone, is everything that I've been experiencing. So I can hopefully help people to start coming back into a more healthy body, a more nomadic body, and again, live these big, robust lives and live beyond your year that you're born. Like I said, guys, I'm about to be 46 wear, and like I said in my last episode, I'm not trying to shoot from like I'm in my 30s again. It's just what it is when you have a stronger body and you have a strong mental capacity up there. Trying to see what else I can say about this. Yeah, that's about it. So everyone, start with some intentions. Write them down. Hopefully your journals are full of your intentions. And maybe you could start a fasting journal. That's another thing to do. Like I said in my last wellness video last year, intermittent fasting is where, like I said, you don't start eating until 12. You give yourself a couple hour break, you eat around 3, give yourself another break, eat around 6, eat around 7 like a little snack, and then you're done for the day. So that is a structured way to intermittent fast. And you can read all about it in Mary Ruth's book called Liquids Till Lunch. It's on her website. That is really how I learned how to intermittently fast. So that being said, everyone, leave comments down below if you like the content for today. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, tell others about the channel. I have another episode to support this trilogy, let's just say that, to finish things out. But have a great day, everyone. Have a really great weekend. Thank you for always being here at the Divine Lux Soul podcast. Again, I'm Al. Always stay curious. Be curious about yourself and be curious about others. This whole life experience is one big experiment, in my opinion. And it's all about the experience. We're supposed to go from one experience to the next. Or I would encourage all of you to start expanding and experiencing life as you know it. So again, guys, this is your dream. You recreate your dream. You are the dreamer. Be in command. And again, thank you everyone for paying attention. Have a happy Saturday, and I'll see you around.